guys. Two smart telescopes running out here. The Spera Pro and the Dwarf Mini, and we're just stacking currently. I think we're about 20 minutes away from it to go red or turn into the blood moon, so we haven't got too far to go. We're just trying to boot up the big one at the minute. Back in a sec. Should have pre-planned it. He wants to do a software update for the big one, which was a rookie mistake, but anyway. We haven't got far to go. Thank God for clear skies. Almost there. Not sure how much you can see on there. Okay. Apologise if you guys are commenting. I've got my phone facing the other way, so I can't actually see the screen. So I've got the better cameras on the phone facing the moon. Just initialising the big one. It's going through it, so finding out where it is. So it'll just take a couple of minutes to initialise the big telescope, and the small dwarf's already, dwarf mini's already pumping away there, as you can sort of see on my other iPad. So that's stacking, which is great. The dwarf mini does it all for you. It's pretty much automatic. The big one's just doing its thing. It's quite a nifty telescope. We'll have to send this one back to be honest though, in about 4 months, which we're spewing about. Let's have a look at the moon. Zoom in for you guys just a little bit. So as you can see there, it's definitely getting close to totality. Still initialising it. It's the early downfall with the Vayonis as it wants to go through a big initialisation phase, so it does take its time. I can be shooting with the Dwarf Mini in probably about 30 seconds compared to a couple of minutes with this thing. So, but the picture quality out of the honest compared to the Dwarf Mini is quite good. It's got a bit more of a zoom. It's 250mm compared to the other smaller telescope. Can't remember how far the focal length on the Dwarf is. I have to remember that one, but. You can see that stacking at the minute. That's the Dwarf Mini. So it's currently stacking away. That's the app there. So the picture quality out of that is absolutely awesome. We'll get the big one running. It's still doing its initialization phase, and once we get that running, I'll show you the results of that as well. So that's stacking about 30 images at a time currently. But I'm just getting it as we go through the different phases of the moon. It's taking a bit longer than I thought. We're almost there. I can see you guys commenting, but unfortunately my phone's facing the other way. I'll catch up with the comments in a minute. Apologies for that. It's a bit hectic. I've got all my devices running at the minute to try and capture the blood moon, so I will switch over to the comments in a second, so apologies for that. We'll just focus the dwarf again, just to make sure that we stay on focus. For a little telescope, that's pretty crazy. The Dwarf Minis are pretty awesome. So that's running its stack, and the big one is still initializing, unfortunately. Hopefully it's ready before we get totality. Generally I don't shoot in my front yard. It's a bit different for me. I'm usually out and about in the outback shooting astrophotography, but today I'm in my front yard, so it's a little bit different. So the big ones, if you're wondering what that's doing, it's just going through its autofocus phase at the minute, and we're almost there. You've got to allow yourself a little bit more time with the bigger one to set up, but the again, the smaller dwarf is really quick to set up. I'll just jump across to the comments and have a quick look. This minute. Right, we'll put this one down for a second. The big one is ready to roll. So I have to just look for a target. I'm going to select the moon. Click observe, and the honest will aim straight at the moon. It's just checking its accuracy and tracking the moon currently. I mean, as you can see, that is pretty clunky to set up, but the dwarf is already away shooting. We'll do another load of snacks there. And we haven't got far to go for totality. Show you guys again how we're looking so far. So we've still got a bit to go. Whilst that one's doing its thing, it's taking its time, unfortunately. See how this is going. Yeah, looking good. So, in case you're wondering, the Dwarf Mini here, that one there in the background, that retails for around about 700 Australian dollars. This one here retails for about 5,500 Australian dollars. This one is on loan from Vayonis, so I'd have to send it back in 4 or 5 months, which I'm spewing about because it really is good when it works. But I'm having a few issues with it tonight. But I've never had an issue with the Dwarf Mini. That thing just, every time you want to use it, it's so easy to use, and you get some pretty amazing results just from a little tiny telescope. It's pretty good. The other thing I recommend is to make sure that you keep auto-focusing it as you go, because the focus can run out over time. There we go so far. As it hits totality and we get it turn red, I'll show you what it looks like on here as well. I mean, that's a stack that I just did. That's not edited at all. And look at the quality there. See where this one's going. I'll get this up and running. See if it does it this time. As you can see, we are getting pretty close. And again, sorry guys, I have got my phone facing the other way, so I can't do the comments and everything at the same time. Unfortunately, I'll log in and have a little look after. So my apologies for that, but we're looking good. Yeah, the big one just does not want to play ball tonight. See if it comes up. Does take a while sometimes for the big one. We're getting there. Believe it or not, it's the first live that I've ever done, so it's not planned at all, by the way. So I'm just winging it. So apologies if it's a little bit clunky. We're getting very close. I'm just going to do another quick stack here. So it's just initializing, stacking the pictures. There we go. That's how easy it is with the Dwarf Mini. Really, really good high quality pictures. It will stack them all together. You can either edit them in within this Dwarf Mini app, or you can actually pull all the data out and edit it on your Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever you do have. So it's got internal memory as well, so it has about 50 gig internal memory, and it doesn't seem to chew it up that much either. So I have got some decent pictures that I have taken on this device, as you can see, with the nebulas and bits and pieces, but that's not what you're here to see. We're almost there. A couple more minutes. Just a few more minutes, I reckon we'll be almost in complete totality. I'll just zoom in on my phone so you guys can see what's sort of going on as well, if you can sort of see. I'm just starting to see a hint of red kick in. The big one just doesn't want to play a game tonight. That's finished its stack, so I'm just going to do another stack of 30 images again. I was going to do a time lapse, but it's nowhere near as good as taking photos. I think Brian, if he's still on there, asked if it's the eclipse, and yes, Brian, it is the eclipse. Hi to everyone, I'm just reading some comments now. Some people are totally clouded out, unfortunately. We're lucky enough to have some clear skies. We were cloudy for a week just before this, but this is our first clear night that we've had in quite some time. We've had a lot of rain here in South Australia, and for some reason the big one just doesn't want to play ball tonight. Take that off. Try one more time just to see if the big one's going to work. The Dwarf Mini is working really well, and the big expensive one I'm having huge problems with at this point. It's never done this to me before. It just happens, Murphy's Law. It's the way it is. Not sure whether you guys can actually hear me. Can someone give me a comment to see whether you can actually hear me? All right. The big one is working. Now we've got, that's how we're currently looking. We're stacking again. Sorry, my bad. Watch what I'm doing. So we're stacking another 30 images together there on the Dwarf Mini. And we're just starting to see, you can't really see it on here, but it is starting to go red to the eye up there at the minute. A few aeroplanes buzzing around. You can see it go red on the phone there, I think, just. Apologies for the picture quality there, guys. Couldn't quite get my Sony A7S to do a live view, so I had to use my iPhone at the last minute. Alright, that's what we're looking like now. Now this is the point where we start losing a lot of light, and we start to have to change some settings, because the moon generally is really, really bright, reflects a heap of light. But when we get an eclipse, there's just hardly any light. It's almost like we're out in the field basically at night time, but it's just a matter of changing some settings on the fly. Because I've got a lot of light pollution around here, I reckon I'm probably going to go for a 2 to 3 second shutter speed on here. See what it looks like when it comes up. There we go, there we go, that's how we're looking. Looking pretty good. At the minute, I reckon the Dwarf Mini is actually doing way better than the big expensive one, believe it or not. It's Not playing ball tonight, unfortunately, Gun. Let's drop my iPad. Anyway, we're looking pretty good. Hi to everyone else that's just joined. So the eclipse is not far away from being in totality. Really good image quality. What I might do, guys, is I might just move the phone up a bit so it's going to bounce around for a couple of seconds. So apologies, just so you can see what's going on here. And zoom in a bit for you. So we're looking pretty good. So I'm just going to keep stacking throughout the whole phase of the moon to see what different colours I can get. It's the first eclipse I've ever shot. I usually shoot on my cameras, but since I'm testing out the Dwarf Mini, it was a perfect opportunity to do so. It is slowly happening. Let's read some comments here. Yeah, Aaron, it's the yeah, it is the eclipse, mate. So we're just starting to read some photos here. Read some comments. I mean, been a long day. We'll start to see how much it's changed now. Oops, there we go. My bad. So we're stacking again, but we've gone from this through all the phases to the point where we are now. I'm just doing a few more stacks, so hopefully I can get all the phases plus the blood moon, which will be great. And this one, the big one, is not playing ball. Let's have a look here. Tonight I'm more impressed with the Dwarf Mini image compared to the $5,000 telescope, believe it or not. So the $700 telescope is kicking butt compared to the cheap one. And when I say cheap, it's not cheap quality, it's actually really good quality, the Dwarf Mini. So it's definitely been a game changer for my my astrophotography. Fills in the gaps, can shoot a bit at home. and I'll take it with me when I head out and do my astro adventures. Just got a tiny little bit at the top there now. Just a tiny little bit. So a lot of people in Australia are unfortunately clouded out tonight with all the clouds that are hanging around. We've had some pretty full-on weather this year, from 40 degrees to pouring down rain and floods and bits and pieces. So it's been a bit of a challenging start to the year for astrophotography, that's for sure. Well, and in for other people for other things, but it's been a unusual start to the year. So we're looking pretty good. I'll just going to reposition you guys again, so the phone's going to shake a bit for a sec, just so you can see what's going on up here. Apologies. So as you can see, she's starting to take its red hue. And we're stacking, but I can't see really much red on here at this point. So what I might do is I'm going to change some settings. Look here. Going good. We're almost completely red. Right, that's what it's starting to look like. Just auto focusing. Just going to quickly auto focus. It's done its thing. Still auto focus. A bit darker. I'm going to have to manual focus. It's not really auto focusing very well, just like we would astrophotography was. Bit too far. Excuse the hoons in the background. You hear them hooting around. Look at that. It's looking good. So we're just taking some more pictures. It's just stacking now. Looks awesome. I'm actually just going to switch over to single shots. So stacking is I'm going to show a certainly bright red now. There we go. How cool is that? Looking pretty cool. Just going to wind the shutter up a bit. There we go, guys. That's with the Dwarf Mini Smart Telescope. It's pretty good. Not bad for a little telescope. Look at that. Amazing detail from a $700 telescope. Just going to take a nice shot of that. It's looking good. See how she came out. Try about a 5-second shutter, I reckon. Just to see how that goes. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to go actually a longer shutter speed. Maybe 5. We go an 8-second shutter speed just to see. It's actually a lot darker than I thought it would be. And again, use the astro filter. Have a look. It's just initializing the shots. Wow, that came out absolutely. Look at the detail on that. That's just from the little telescope. Yeah. Awesome. What I might do now, I found the sweet spot. I might start stacking them together a bit. Do some stacked track images. Unfortunately, the big telescope's been a bit of a letdown tonight. So look here, count. Let's do 10 shots stacked. I'm doing autofocus. Just to make sure we're in focus. Autofocus is definitely struggling a little bit, but I can manual focus it if I need to. Couple of people on here from SA, which is great. We definitely finally got a clear night. Come on, autofocus. You can just sort of see us coming out of the red phase. So we do infinity focus. There we go. How cool is that looking? Awesome. So we'll just do some stack shots. So I think from memory it was 8-second shutter speeds, and we're going to do 10 shots stacked together. Stack's just building now. Let's read some comments. Look at that. Not bad. It's going to reposition you again, so just the phone's going to shake a bit for a sec, just so you can see what's going on up here. And just for the new people that have just jumped on, I'll show you what I'm shooting with here. So I've got my smart telescopes running, capturing the moon. So I've got the Venus, the Sparrow Pro, and I've got the Dwarf Mini in the background over there, $5,500. And that one there is about $700, and the $700 one's outperforming the $5,500 one at the minute. This one's on loan. I have to send it back, unfortunately, and the Dwarf Mini is mine. So I'm really, really happy with the quality of the Dwarf Mini tonight. So sometimes expensive products aren't always good for everything. I usually would use my camera, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I've got this tonight, which is great. So far, that's what we're shooting on the telescope. Just doing some stack shots now. And as you can see, the quality of that is unreal. And for those of you just sort of joined, we've gone from all these different phases to it getting red. That is super, super quality. So I've been lucky enough to capture the whole lot, which has been great. There you go. Just zoom in a bit for you. Not something I generally do, film on my phone, but tonight I've got to make do with what I've got. So the stacks are still running. Zoom back out a bit for you guys so you can see, so it's not just looking at a moon. So I'm running a series of stacks here, so up to, I thought it was going to be 10 stacks, actually 16 stacks of the moon. But it's coming up really nicely. Just trying to get some noise out of it because it is quite dark up there. Stacks are complete. And that's the final unedited result of the stack, which I'll pull out into Photoshop and put them up on my community tab a little bit later, but maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it's looking really nice. Readjust the focus again. Beneath this bearer. Still capturing images. Let's see if I can just fine tune this focus just a little bit. No. Just have to fine tune it. It's just too dark for it to focus on by itself. Let's have a look at the drop it down to 10 stacks. There we go. Stack it away again. Looking good. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Just got to grab a phone charger so I don't lose you. Excuse the phone shake for a second, guys. There we go. We're good. It's been a bit of a rush night tonight, unfortunately. And we decided to do a live at the last minute, which I've never done before. It's 9:47 here in the evening, and we're still quite red. I think it was something like 47 minutes or so that it's going to stay red for. Slightly out of focus. Chuck in the comments, guys, where you're from. We'll be keen to know. See how far the live actually gets. Focus this. Okay. Back to one shot now. I'll get the focus right. Just zoom in for you guys so you can have a. That's what she's looking like at the minute. Not the best quality from my phone. Seems just a bit. Recentering the moon so I can get my tracking right. Moon track. Just readjusting the tracking now. G'day, if you just joined, we're just looking at the lunar eclipse. You might just see it on the phone where I'm filming from. I'll show you what I'm stacking here in a second once I get my tracking sorted properly. The Aussies out here tonight getting eaten alive. Come on. Having a few technical issues here. We'll get them sorted. There we go. Just trying to get my moon centered again so I can track it. Getting there. Track. I don't know how much you guys can see there now. It's looking quite nice. It's a bit of a treat for me. Don't usually get the image during a work week. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to sort this out. We'll be right, we'll get it. Track. Little mozzies. Gotta love the mosquitoes. Come on, knock on them. Track. We are still nice and red up there. Someone from Melbourne, unfortunately it's cloudy there. I should have unlocked my tracking of the moon because it's dark, it's having trouble finding it, which was a rookie mistake. So now it's just trying to track, but unfortunately when it locks on, it locks off the screen, so I'm just trying to correct it. we're still getting there. Apologise for this, guys. No, I wasn't. Check out the other one, camera. As you can see on the big telescope, we're still tracking the moon, and it's still nice and red. I'm just trying to get the smaller one to track again, and as you can see, it's not tracking. It's sort of just moving off the screen as the rotation of the Earth is moving, which is a pain. Try and fix it. Just that sharp a bit might help it. Getting that. Right. Track. Just retracking me out. Lock on this time. Technical issues, eh? This is the bit a lot of people struggle with, is how dark the moon actually is right now. Trying to adjust your settings on the fly can be a bit of a pain, and I'm struggling a little bit at the minute, but I'll get there. It's just a matter of getting the sweet spot again. Should have played with it. looking good there. Just so you can see. That's how we're looking on the bigger telescope. It's looking quite good. Oh, there we go. Still nice and red, but I'm still having a few technical issues, so apologies for that. I'll try this moon back in here. Now I say if it's working, don't fix it, don't fiddle, what do I do? I fiddle with it. Alright, let's see if it picks the moon up this time. Let's do this thing. Hopefully, this time it locks onto the moon. See, trying to search for it. It's just not quite locking onto it, unfortunately, at this point. It's because the moon's so much darker than what it usually is, it just doesn't recognise it. Just so you can sort of see where the moon's at with a bigger telescope. Small ones now let me down. It's actually lasted a lot longer than I thought it would be. focus it. And that's where we're currently at the minute. Just trying to lock back onto the moon still. Sorry if this is boring, it's just not working out how I wanted it to now. Hopefully it tracks. Just on the other side of it, it's just starting to get brighter now on the top of the moon. And you can see that. We're sort of just starting to get a bit more sunlight to appear on top of the moon again. We've got 15 more minutes, I think, before it starts going wide again. There we go, back on the small one again, which is good. Seeing how we're looking. Right. Tracking the moon again, which is good. So I'll work out my autofocus, but that's what we're sort of still looking like. Some pretty good image quality there. So sort out my autofocus. Manual focus, I mean. And I'm going to just turn down my gain a bit. There we go. It's getting a bit too bright. Just going to snap a shot. Just going to increase the shutter speed to about 5 seconds. See what we get. Beautiful. Zoom in on the phone again so you guys can see where we're at. Sorry, let's kick the tripod. So that's one unedited shot of the one we just took then. So it's in Photoshop. It will come out really quite nice. Pull the colours out, the detail. My words aren't coming out properly. It's been a long day. Long day. Stack 10 shots together and see how they come out. There we've got the shutter speed sorted.